Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched the Yaad Karo Qurbani celebrations of the birthplace of freedom fighter Chandrasekhar Azad at Alirajpur in Madhya Pradesh to mark 70 years of independence and 74 years of the Quit India movement. Prime Minister also paid floral tributes at Chandrasekhar Azad's birthplace and visited an exhibition related to the life of the freedom fighter. On the occasion, addressing the rally at Alirajpur, Madhya Pradesh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that 75 years ago Mahatma Gandhi asked Britishers to quit India, and today is a fitting moment to remember all those who made it possible for us to breathe in free air. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached out to the people of turbulent Kashmir and indicated willingness to hold dialogue under the framework of Insaniyat, Humanity, Jamhuriyat, Democracy and Kashmiriyat. Addressing a rally at Bhabra in Madhya Pradesh, PM appealed to the people of Kashmir for maintaining peace and harmony in this heaven on earth. Union Minister M. Venkaiah Naidu paid floral tribute to the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives for the country's freedom during an event in August Kranti Maidan in Mumbai. This is the park where Mahatma Gandhi had launched the Quit India movement in 1942. Prime Minister Narendra Modi described BJP's proposed Tiranga Yatra to mark 70 years of independence as a symbol of social harmony and unity. Addressing BJP's parliamentary party meeting in New Delhi, PM promoted the Yatra as a measure to spread harmony and asked party MPs to put in efforts to make it a success. Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar today summoned Pakistan envoy Abdul Basit and issued a strong démarche on continuing cross-border terrorism from Pakistan. In a statement, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Vikas Swarup said, "This is contrary to assurances given by the Pakistani leaders at the highest level." Kashmir unrest issue to be discussed in Rajya Sabha tomorrow at 11 a.m. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh today said, "The situation in Kashmir is very serious and the government is ready to find a solution with the support of other political parties." Motor Vehicle Amendment Bill 2016 was introduced in the Lok Sabha with an aim to improve road safety. The bill proposes to increase penalties to act as a deterrent against traffic violations. The bill seeks to increase compensation for hit-and-run cases to 2 lakh rupees. Manipur human rights crusader Irom Sharmila Chanu today broke her 16-year-old hunger strike. Soon after, Irom said that she wants to join politics and to become the Chief Minister of Manipur to bring about a positive change in the state. Maharashtra Police today submitted its report on controversial Islamic preacher Zakir Naik to Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. The report points out many unlawful activities pertaining to the organization of which Zakir Naik is the leader. Fadnavis said the government will press for the extradition of Naik if he does not return on his own from abroad. The Commerce Ministry has launched an e-marketplace for online purchase of goods and services by various central ministries and departments. The move is aimed at bringing in more transparency and streamlining the government procurement of goods and services. Lok Sabha took up discussion on the Employees' Compensation Amendment Bill 2016. The bill seeks to amend the Employees' Compensation Act 1923, which provides payment of compensation to employees and their dependents in the case of injury by industrial accidents, including occupational diseases. The amendment bill makes it obligatory for the employer to inform the employee of his rights to compensation in writing as well as through electronic means. RBI keeps key policy rates unchanged, retains GDP growth projection at 7.6% for 2016-17. This is the last bi-monthly monetary policy review by Raghuram Rajan. The Japanese city of Nagasaki today marked 71 years since its destruction by a US atomic bomb. The bomb was dropped on Nagasaki 3 days after the US dropped the first ever atomic bomb on Hiroshima, which ultimately killed 140,000 people. Atanu Das kept the Indian flag high on day 4 in the Rio Olympics in the men's individual archery to reach the pre-quarterfinals. Atanu first beat his Nepalese opponent Jitabur Mukthan 6-0 and then defeated Cuba's Adrian Punetas 6-4 in a closely fought match to reach the round of 16. In the men's hockey, India defeated Argentina 2-1.